This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. If you're drawn to this reading, we're taking a look at a particular connection, of course. I'm calling this reading a passionate love affair. Each and every sign will have a reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at that energy for you, whatever sign you are tuned in and watching. So focusing on connections that maybe in the beginning were super intense, very magnetic. You guys got along great, very compatible. And as time unfolded, perhaps things have cooled down, or you might not be with this person. Maybe you guys are at a distance from one another. You could be together, but going through some challenges. So I'm just kind of keeping it open to whatever presents itself here. I do have these decks that I am drawn to, and it was perfect that this was the very first deck, since that's what this reading is called, A Passionate Love Affair, the Whirlwind Romance Oracle. This one's by Angelic Revelation 144. And we're going to take a look at what went wrong, and ultimately, does this person have any regrets? So I'll be using both of these decks, my Shadows and Secrets deck, as well as Mystic Moon's Twin Flame Shadows. You don't, of course, have to identify with a twin flame connection. I'm just drawn to these particular decks here. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and take a look at what they need to tell you now at the time that you are tuned in and watching this reading. We'll be using Sister Moon Tarot's deck for that one. Relationship design cards. Of course, I'll clarify everything with various tarot decks. And let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what message comes through for you. Scorpio, welcome. Let's go ahead and start and see what needs to come through here for you and the person you're thinking about for this reading. You could be single and just keeping an open mind, which I would certainly recommend. And let's just go ahead and see what presents itself here. You might still be able to relate to the messages. All right, let's grab a card for Scorpio. You could be thinking of Sagittarius. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. So let's grab a couple more here for Scorpio. PDA, all right, shows their affection. And then we have this one coming through as well. Natural. All right, so if you're thinking of a Sagittarius, so we've got intense, affectionate, playful, adventurous. The most compatible zodiac signs for Sagittarius, it says Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So another Sagittarian like yourself, perhaps, Libra and Aquarius. And then we've got PDA. So this is definitely somebody that's not afraid to show their affection. Doesn't matter who's around. So shows their love and passion for you through public displays of affection. So that one kind of speaks for itself. And then a natural connection that flows effortlessly. So whenever I see this, you know, it's like two people that are really into each other. The love is strong. The connection is strong. But let's see how tarot plays a role in this. Okay. All right, let's grab some insight. I'll be pulling from this deck by Calico Moon Oracle, the Pining Rose Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What can you tell us about this connection? All right. How will it present itself here? Let's see. We've got these two cards coming up in the reverse. So this first one here is the Three of Wands. Progress, foresight, growth, looking ahead. That is when it's in the upright. Could be the total opposite, you know, energy in the reverse, of course. And then we've got the Judgment card, rebirth, inner calling, decisions, absolution, and again, total opposite vibe. So I'm kind of getting here, especially for those of you who are going through some sort of challenge in your connection. You could maybe have broken things off with this individual. There could also be no contact, maybe you ghosted them, you know, however way that played out. Because in the upright, typically this is someone who wants to come in and fix things and maybe hoping for some sort of reprieve, a reconciliation perhaps. But you know, in the reverse, as I've mentioned, it's a totally different vibe. It's like, you know, lack of self-awareness, self-doubt, self-hate. That could be where this person is right now, you know, in their space that they are occupying, either mentally, in their heart space, their thoughts. And then we do have the Three of Wands in the reverse as well. So there's definitely obstacles here Somebody could be very frustrated. It could be the person that's thinking of you, or that's how you're feeling about the whole situation. So it seems like things are stagnant right now, because this can represent some sort of delay when it comes to the connection. So currently, since that's what we're taking a look at here, there could be, it almost feels like a Two of Swords where there's not a whole lot going on. It feels like you guys are either at a stalemate or it's just blocked for some reason. Not that you don't feel connected to them or they to you, but something is standing in the way here. So let's see if we can figure out what that is. Those two cards coming up in the reverse for Scorpio. And then we have two cards coming through again. Look at this. So Nine of Pentacles, and then we've got the Eight of Swords. Whatever complication or obstacle is preventing you guys from coming into union right now, if it was, let's just say, another person, if they were with someone else or if they moved on to someone else, this energy for me is somebody who's not in a relationship. Not that they're sitting at home doing nothing, because I feel this can still represent someone who's successful, maybe financially in their work environment. Things could be going well, but this is somebody who's independent here, more than likely going through that solo journey. And part of the reason why that might be, and I apologize for the noise in the back because I already hear the trash trucks in the background. I always forget it's a Thursday. It's a Thursday here, guys, and the noise level is not that great. So let me just, okay, I think they're leaving. All right. So solo, right? If they're solo, they're more than likely kind of, they're doing their own thing. They might not be with anyone right now. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I mean, just this image alone tells us that there's something about this individual that needs to be addressed. You know, it is representing self-imposed restrictions, victim mentality, imprisonment. It's like that mental imprisonment when it comes to this person. Maybe they're really wanting to fix things here, but they are standing in their own way. It could be that as well. It could be that there's actually nothing preventing them from reaching out or trying to communicate with you somehow, but it's like they're very much in their head, so they talk themselves out of it, perhaps. Let's see. Give me another card focusing on this person for Scorpio. Queen of Swords, Divine Feminine, there you are. An independent woman with good communication, clear boundaries, and unbiased judgment. Yep. And it's interesting how we've got the Judgment card in the reverse there. So this could be where the other person is. This could be representing a Divine Masculine for some of you, because we do have the Queen of Swords coming through representing the feminine in this reading here. I mean, look at that image. It speaks volumes, you know? You could have put your foot down, Divine Feminine, and cut this person out of your life because of something that happened. So that's what I'm getting so far. Let's dig a little bit deeper here, Scorpio, and see what else we can learn when it comes to this situation. So we're going to take a look at what went wrong, and do they regret ultimately whatever happened here. All right, for Scorpio, what exactly happened? What went wrong? Did they play a role in whatever happened? Do they have regrets? Let's see. So we're taking a look at the shadowy side of the connection here. Dual personalities. Okay, hot and cold, back and forth. Let's see what else. Okay, we've got our two cards coming through here. So I see the Miser and then Unreliable. Wow, bottom of the deck, we have Hide and Seek. That's interesting. Okay, so let's read through these thoroughly. So as I mentioned, hot and cold, back and forth, changes moods often, highly unpredictable, resists catching feelings but catches them anyway. Passionate lover, commitment issues. So that right there could be telling us exactly what went wrong. They weren't ready for commitment. They could have been in and out of third-party situations, or, you know, they just were being an irresponsible partner, maybe. And then we have the miser, wealthy beyond measure, extremely stingy and frugal, holding on to every penny, frowns upon those asking for help, wants love without giving love. And that's just an unbalanced way of interacting with somebody in a romantic partnership, you know. So maybe, again, they could have been very successful in their work environment, their finances, their career, that's on point. But, you know, you can't buy love, right? So we have unreliable, unreachable, breaks promises, doesn't return calls, very difficult to track down, misses appointments, not trustworthy, endless excuses, drops the ball in romance. Yep, and then we have hide and seek, evasive, elusive, deceptive, sneakiness, avoiding confrontation, hiding their true authentic self from you, hiding their real feelings. So, you know, however way this is playing out for you, and if this makes sense, you just couldn't figure this person out, maybe. You know, it's like 1 minute, it looks like it's got promise, and then the next, everything just tends to fall apart. They could be clamming up. They're not letting you in. They're not communicating. And they truly are being perhaps just the type of person that you couldn't depend on. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this. So what went wrong? Do they regret it? And we're seeing some scenarios here that could have definitely contributed to why there is a breakup, a separation, no contact. We've got the Ten of Wands. Very interesting. Okay. So what we're already seeing here, guys, is that however way things played out when you guys went through those challenging times, and if it did result in a separation, this is something that's weighing heavily on this person. Do they regret it? With this one card, I feel they do. It's still affecting them to this day. And then we've got the Knight of Cups, romantic energy from the Knight of Cups. But as we can see here, we have a person that dropped the ball in romance, you know, so it could have started off as very romantic 1 second, and then the next, it just wasn't. What else for Scorpio? Oh, yeah. Seven of Cups. I mean, they could have been promiscuous. They could have, you know, entertained third parties. This person, I feel, for me, is coming through as somebody who just wanted their cake and eat it too. They wanted variety. They couldn't make up their mind, perhaps. And that could go back to the hot and cold, back and forth, in and out of your life type way of interacting with you, because we clearly see from the very first card that they had commitment issues. And then we've got the Fool. You know, this could be part of their regret, that there's a part of them that would want to try again. Is it too late? You know, has that door closed? Is that no longer an option, Scorpio? And, you know, of course, that's up to you. Let's see what else. And then we've got the Page of Swords. Whatever went down between the two of you, Scorpio, it was big news, perhaps, in your circle of friends, or even their world, your world. People were just gossiping about it, talking about it. You know, maybe this was put out on blast on social media. However way it came through and people knew about it, this was big news for some reason. And maybe part of that curiosity of the Page of Swords could be this person wondering, after all this time, would you even give them a second chance? Or really, is it too late? Because they know ultimately that they created a lot of drama here that could have been prevented, you know, if they had just made wiser choices. But instead, they chose to entertain all of these other options. So let's go ahead and see where they're at now. You know, what do they need to tell you at this point, knowing the history and ultimately how things played out for the two of you? For Scorpio, what do we need to know here, Scorpio? when it comes to this connection. So this could have been an ex-partner, somebody that just didn't treat you right, you know, and now they're taking a look at what happened in their thoughts, in their heart, you know, reflecting on their role of how things unfolded between the two of you and truly regretting their actions. You know, maybe they're a lot older now. They're remorseful, perhaps. Okay, so let's see. For Scorpio. Look at this, guys. We've got barriers. For some reason, this card has been pretty popular this time around for a lot of the signs. Delay, we've seen that. Third party, walls, okay? I can't help but feel that for some of my feminines, you put these walls up because your masculine didn't treat you right. So it could have absolutely been a third party situation for some. All right, what else for Scorpio? Ooh, look at this. Okay, grieving, processing, letting go. You could have certainly let go of this person, but I'm also feeling that there's somebody here that is struggling to let you go. Maybe to this day, it still hurts to think of the two of you not being together, you know? Wow. Let's see what else. I'm kind of feeling for Scorpio, you know, you cut your losses. It was what it was. And maybe at this point, you're just working on yourself and living the best life that you can. Some of you guys might have already moved on to another relationship, you know, and maybe guided to this reading for some reason. And this particular storyline that's presenting itself, it's more than likely somebody that ended up hurting you and now they regret it big time. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at this. Distance, door closed, left, gone. The door is closed. Bottom of the deck. Look at this. Sound familiar? We've got gossip, rumors, text messages, and words. Oh my goodness. So, Page of Swords, curiosity, petty gossip. There's something about that coming through here, guys. It reminds me of that song. Who is it by? Bonnie Raitt, I believe. Let's give them something to talk about. And boy, people had a lot to talk about when this went down. Geez, okay. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot. So you probably put your walls up, understandably so, when it came to this person. You know, and if you relate to this, you went through your grieving process in order to get over this experience. And, you know, not that you're ever going to forget it because it could have hurt tremendously. Learned the lesson behind this and moved on. You know, as we see that door is closed, but this person, they could be stuck in the past because they can't seem to accept the fact that it is closed. It is a closed door, that you're gone forever. You know, and part of what I'm feeling here is they maybe have tried to reach out to you. Maybe you changed your number. Maybe you blocked them, ghosted them, whatever. I feel they've got a lot that they want to get off their chest. But maybe at this point, there's no way for them to reach out to you, or you don't want to interact with them. You don't want to speak to them anymore. So it just depends, you know, on where you're at when it comes to this particular situation, Scorpio. You hold the cards here, you know, you're in control over what's going on here. Five of Pentacles. So again, whoever this is pertaining to, you know, we see the key word here is struggles, you know, left out, right? Cut out, left out in the cold. They feel that cold energy between the two of you because whatever warmth they might have experienced when things were passionate, when things were good, that fire has fizzled. You know, it's no longer burning hot for this individual, more than likely. That cycle has completed. Yeah. And more than likely by taking it upon yourself, Scorpio, to move the dial, so to speak, so that you could just move on. That's what's opening up a brand new door for you. If you haven't experienced this quite yet, this is what you have the option and capability to do for yourself. And, not to say that you didn't get hurt. We've got the Nine of Wands coming through here, so I know you were hurt by this individual. But you've also, I feel, if you relate to this, that you've already worked on yourself, or you're continuing to do that in order to find happiness in your life. Those dark clouds that are looming or were looming will bring out the energy of the sun for you to experience that happiness. And once you're able to do that, look what's coming in for you. I mean, I love it. We've got the Ten of Cups. We've got the Magician ready to manifest real love for you. This is what's coming in for you, Scorpio. So it almost doesn't matter what happened in the past. It's in the past for a reason. But there is someone that could still be thinking about you to this day. And I kind of feel the way it's coming through, you're the one that got away. And you're the one that they will forever feel just torn up in their heart space that they let you go. Or that they did what they did and now you're gone. And I kind of feel this energy for you with the Seven of Wands, Scorpio. Protective. You've got your guard up. You're on the defensive. And, nobody can blame you for that considering what we've seen in this reading. Yeah, I feel at this point you're just focusing on a different future for yourself. Not so much tied into this person or what you experienced in the past. Hopefully by now, you've already found love with somebody else. You decided to make different choices. Clearly, they had their own options and choices to make. And if this is what's happening, more than likely, that's over. This third party situation, more than likely you didn't put up with it. You put that barrier up, you closed the door and moved on. Because this is giving you an option or a choice to make in your own life to find love with somebody else. Could be a Gemini for some of you guys. We do have Gemini and Virgo represented, the Magician as well. So something about Gemini coming through. Or it could have been a Gemini that broke your heart. I mean, the Lovers can also represent third parties. What you're looking for here is a person that's all in. That's not going to get you wrapped up in drama and third parties and complicated situations. You just want somebody to work with you in a relationship and really be prepared to build together rather than having this lopsided way of interacting with one another because they've got one foot out the door. Look at that. Here we are again with the Knight of Cups. So I do see a very romantic, passionate experience for you again in the future, Scorpio, or maybe that's where you're currently at. You might have an ex that's representing what's going on here. You're meant to experience love. You're meant to experience an out-of-this-world connection with somebody. And maybe you had that with this person coming through, but it ended badly, or, it just got really complicated and you decided, you know what? I can't experience this Ten of Cups with you. It's just too complicated, So I'm out to look for the kind of love that can give me this type of experience. Finding your ideal mate, marriage, family, all of that can be manifested in your life, Scorpio. But unfortunately, there's somebody coming through in this reading that just could not deliver that to you, or couldn't sustain that type of relationship with you. That's what I'm getting. But at the end of the day, you win, I feel. If you relate to this, you have removed yourself from a situation that was challenging, and you're now on a path towards healing or transformation, creating changes in your life that need to happen in order for you to manifest what means the most to you. If you're single right now, and maybe you did experience this, look what's coming in for you. You know, so it's okay to guard your space, your heart, your life against people that have disappointed you and hurt you. But what's clearly coming through here is a better chapter in love. And I really like these two cards coming in for you. So you're going to give people another opportunity to talk about you, but this time it's going to be positive. It's not going to be gossip. It's people that will be very happy for the direction that your life is taking. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you. I do hope there's something here that you're able to relate to. If you'd like your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I'll link everything with these card decks down below as well. Thank you guys so very much. I will see you in the next reading. Take care.